And Johnny Cage is going to give me that look because he keeps reminding me that it says currently on Indiegogo, and we are no longer active on Indiegogo.
I was like, I was thinking, I'm even like a whole nother Dragon Rage on Indiegogo right now.
But it looks so nice. It sounds so good. You can't let
it was fabulous.
Thank you, man. You guys are just way too nice.
Give him grief.
He keeps telling me, he's like, it says it's currently on Indiegogo. You need to update and do a new one. And I'm like, Johnny,
the show. I don't call you out on air, but you do it yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. It's in the green room. He'll yell at me, but I'm like, you know how long it takes to create those intros? It's so much work. It takes a lot of time.
Jimmy, I do know.
So I'm like, man, I don't have the time right now. I would love to be able to do all that, but
and when you're focused on it, it's easy to put a ton of time into it, make it everything, but when you have other things kind of lined up, I found this, like the website, I got the whole thing put together. I put so much time into that. And now I have not updated the blog since the website opened. So, and I keep not getting back to it. So at some point I need to get there.
Oh yeah. We'll add it to his list of 1,000 things to do.
Well, that's some of the things I want to cover tonight. It's like all the million things you guys are doing. You guys have a lot going on. And if people are watching the stream right now, they're asking, what the heck's up with the title? What the flock?
You're part of the flock.
Yeah, exactly. And I
watch the stream to be up on the lingo.
Yeah. And the thing too is that you guys have your own flock. And what that means is that you have built an audience. It's gone way beyond just fans of Dave's work.
It's true. It's crazy. I think it's very humbling, and it's been very unexpected. Because when Dave first decided to start streaming, if anybody watches the first episode, I think Everett helped read. I was like, Everett, go down and help your dad. He's the track of the chat. Yeah. And all these like super chat questions are happening, and Dave can't keep up and draw. And so I think Everett came down, and then he's like, Mom, I got to stream at like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'm streaming.
Down there for 15 minutes, maybe half an hour. It seemed fast. And he was great.
I'm calling Dave on the phone in the middle of the stream. I'm like, do you need help? You want me to come down and help you?
And I'd say, no,
go away. And then I just came down.
You know how she is, Jimmy.
Oh no, he makes me an accomplice. He's like, you know how she is, Jimmy. No, Meredith, we don't talk about you when you're not around, Meredith.
I know you do. If you need somebody to complain to, it's totally okay.
That's true.
I complain to my horses. Dave complains to Jimmy.
Well, what the viewers here don't really see is Dave lays on that couch back there. We stream, and he tells me all about his childhood and everything up to marriage. And
yeah.
And then I'm like, you need to draw 2 sketches and call me in the morning. No, and so I mean, it's gone beyond just the David Finch, fan and art and everything. Because I remember it started out as, it was Sunday night drawing with Dave, and then it became Monday night drawing with Dave and Meredith, and now I heard you guys are adding a third name on that title. It is now Monday night. You know where I'm going with this, Dave?
No.
And Patches.
Yes.
Oh,
He's adding Patches.
Okay, great.
Which I want everyone to know. If you, again, not watching Monday nights, you're missing out on a whole lot of fun stuff. But on Monday, Dave challenged me about setting up an Instagram account for Patches, because Patches is our cat. Patches is our cat. She's a big part of the stream. She comes down most Mondays and says hello and cries and says, when are you coming to bed? Usually around like 9:30ish, I would say, is her time to come down.
And so I draw my butt off for 2.5 hours. When I answer questions, I do my best.
And people want to see the cat. People want to see the cat.
Comes down and meows, and you hear it. And you don't even see the cat. And apparently now.
And now she's got 75 followers on Instagram.
I can't. Well, I didn't
set up the Instagram account Tuesday morning, and my goal was 100 followers by Monday. And I think we're going to hit it.
Whoa.
We're gonna have 100 followers by Monday.
Oh, I think you're gonna go past 100 fans of Patches. Patches got more fans than I do. I started a new YouTube channel right now, and I think I got like 18 subscribers on it.
Oh no.
And
No, Jimmy, she's not putting out videos yet.
Instagram's a little quicker.
She's not how to. There's no how to be a cat videos happening yet.
no, how to.
You know, the second half of 2021.
Man, that's awesome. And I was telling Dave, what a crazy mascot for a channel of Finches.
You can't predict it. You never. This is why you just got to get on the wagon.
You could theoretically avoid it.
No, and you push off. You wait and see where the wagon takes you. You know when you're a kid and you like get on the toboggan and you're like paddling for. Well, you don't know, Jimmy, because you grew up in Texas. But if you're from there's some place that actually had snow,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
You know, and I'll say, Jimmy, we have some female viewers, which is great, and I think that there are some incredible female artists and also potential writers, and I'm sure they're, you know, interested in what you have to say. But
I
really,
would say 90% of Patches' followers are not women.
it's crazy. Well, 90%, more than 90% of our viewership, and I'm sure yours is the same, is men. And now we have a cat as a mascot.
Only the old ladies will be on Patches' Instagram. I'm like, oh no, they won't.
And she's trying to convince me to do a T-shirt. And now
I'm gonna do stickers.
somebody did.
Freddie. Okay, Freddie's last name always throws me. It's Benzinger, I think it is. Freddie Benzinger. Oh, you're trying to cover my face with a microphone. Is that the goal? You're just hiding me behind the microphone, people. This is why I'm on the couch on Monday night.
Hey, Jordan's here. Hey, Jordan.
You can't win. I know I project my voice.
I mean,
I project my
You
voice.
get an echo that way.
It's fine. It's gonna be fine, David. It's gonna be fine.
See, look, that hurt. That sounded better, didn't it? When she brought.
it did sound good. He is right. He's right. It did sound.
You notice how big the screen is in front of the microphone?
And Dave, how can you cover up the only face that's prettier than Johnny's over here?
Yeah, you know.
People aren't here for us. They don't want to see.
Agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. Johnny got youth. Look at that skin. I'm envious. Thank you.
And so, I mean, I love watching your stream, and I think it's the only stream that actually gives competition to how pretty my setup is back here. You guys have.
Look at you've got like glow lights.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I do look at it.
Got like purple ambiance.
You caught that? Okay, you guys can see that.
It's sexy, Jimmy.
Yeah, it looks great. Now, ours is really. So I've got.
It's not.
You can
it's
see.
not sexy.
I've got lights set up,
A
and you can
lot
see
of
them
lights.
reflected in the
You can
pictures.
see by the shine on my face.
Right, but aside
Yeah.
from that, it's just the lights that are in my office, which look really dark. They're actually pretty bright, but these lights are so much brighter that it makes them look dark. But
Wow,
when we move, which is coming in a couple weeks,
Yeah.
we'll be moving.
I'll get him twinkle lights.
I'm going to set up like a whole something.
I'll order some of those, like, because my kids both got them for Christmas for my sister. So I'll find out where she ordered them. You know, those LED like light strings that gamers have.
Yes.
Like around.
Yeah.
They both got a set of those. So I'll order some for
Wow.
your office too, Dave.
I just
And
wonder.
you can be cool too, just like the kids.
That's right. Betty.
Just like the kids.
Twinkle lights with your sweater with a picture of Patches on it.
Oh, yeah.
Just rubbing it in.
We're doing it. We're doing it. You didn't think I'd set up the Instagram either. We're going to do it.
No, I knew you would. I was just begging you not to.
So that was one of our sessions, and I know it's doctor-patient confidentiality, although I'm not really a doctor, but Dave is like, Meredith set up the Instagram for Patches.
The cat's growing followers faster than I. That's what I'm thinking right now.
And I said, man, that's so creative. That's so great. But to be honest, I mean, we're like men in our 40s. I mean, we don't understand it. We don't get it. But
No.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. But the cat is growing like gangbusters. I'm jealous of her followers.
And this is all a result of the first day of the stream. Whenever it went upstairs, and Meredith and I'm
Meredith came down.
No, and you know what? It would not be the same. I
It's
couldn't do it
magic,
myself.
baby.
You do great, but
what?
you know,
I still remember when he was down there and he read the some of the super chats, and then you said, okay, I think Meredith walked in, and he didn't take about a second to like drop everything and like run up there, and I think he had a tablet in his hand, didn't he, or something?
Oh, his phone. It's attached to his hand. Can't actually get him to put it down.
No,
I'm not sure how he's like, phone here, one-handed typing on the computer. I'm like, I went up to his room the other day to take him breakfast. He's like, Mom, I'm up, I'm awake, I'm going to school today. School's back. Can you please make me breakfast? I'm like, okay, I haven't seen the child in a week because he's been in his room and his hours are exactly opposite mine. He's Nosferatu.
On purpose.
I'll make pancakes. I go upstairs, I give him his plate of pancakes. He's playing Fortnite while his teacher is talking on the screen.
Oh man, that's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
No, wow.
Yeah.
Where was that back in the 90s and the 80s?
Yeah. I'm like, dude,
I might have finished high school.
dude.
Yeah. Probably not.
Man. I mean, back then, I mean, it was obvious. The Walkman headsets that we had, the cassette deck, we couldn't get away with that stuff. Couldn't hide it.
I can't wait till he goes back to school for real next week. I can't wait. Hallelujah. Take these children out of my house. On the phone's ringing. Hold on. I'm just going to hit mute. There we go. We're good. We don't want to talk to them anyway. I mean, we talk to them. I actually know who it is. I do want to talk to them right now, though. So if you're watching, I do want to talk to you.
Yeah,
right now.
Like, Mom?
Not my mom. No,
I'm curious.
it's Frank.
No, we
do want to talk to him.
Hey, cool. Frank Diamardo.
Yes.
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Awesome.
You're not wrong. Dave's going to call him back right after this.
He's a great guy. I love when you had him on your stream, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a cat lover, so I'm sure he's calling to be like, hey, did that Instagram go up yet? I got to follow Patches.
And when can I get my Patches t-shirt? That's what he wants to know.
I'm just here right now.
You're dying right now.
I don't know if I can let it go. Half of me is really bright, half is really because I forgot to move that light.
Do you want me to move it for you?
Can
Do
you just out that way and
you want me to fix your lighting? David?
I know nobody cares, but
Dave cares about his lighting.
I can't help it, Jimmy.
Is that better?
No, you can turn it too.
I know afterwards we're going to be like,
stage left.
we're all going to be like, man, it would have been a great stream, but did you see Dave's lighting?
Okay, you have to the other way, man.
And it's funny, we can see everything in the reflection of the center.
Better. See?
Hey, it's balanced.
I'm going to sit down. I'm not actually going to be able to see for the rest of the.
You look better too.
Oh yeah.
Well, they say bright white, like for I
as
guess
long as you can see my wrinkles, I'm all good.
You want the blown out effect.
I want to look blown out. That's how these Hollywood actresses stay young. They're like, flash the light in my face, man. You can't see. Who needs Botox when you've got bright light?
No, and then they say, if you want a more youthful look, to put a brighter white light. And if you guys could see, if I could pan another camera over, you would see I'm doing the exact same thing. I got a bright white light over here. If I turn the light off, you guys can be like, "Who's the grandpa over there?" I'll leave it on but I also welcome. This is David Philpott over here. He's a writer, co-creator of Dragon Rage.
Hi, David.
Hi, good to see you again.
Yeah. What did I just walk into here?
You walked into Dave being a diva.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really, yeah. So I always set this up.
Diva Dave.
Whenever anything, I do all the setup, and I forgot to move a light, and then I made Meredith do it. So
Oh, I gotcha.
We all know who really wears the pants in this family. As much as I may be cheap seating from the couch.
Now, Dave, that's a green screen behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, that is.
You do have a green screen.
That's the setup we need to.
You need a green screen behind you.
Yeah, I bought a really big one. It's bigger than like a king size sheet, and it came with lights and everything. So I've got a pretty decent setup for all that. But I use it for filming and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it looks great.
We too have.
Okay. Do I look okay?
You look fabulous, but you do. You look great. We also have a really big green screen because once upon a time, Dave imagined himself a filmmaker.
Wow. Thanks for putting that. I mean, it never went anywhere, so fair enough.
But he bought all the stuff.
I bought all the stuff.
If he's gonna do it, even if he doesn't do it, he's still gonna buy the stuff
you
to
should
do
see
it.
all the paint that I have. I have 5 versions of acrylic, oil, gouache, everything. And so the good news is every time because every couple of years, I think I want to be a painter again, and I've got everything. So,
No. The good news is every time he wants to be a painter again, he orders all new stuff from Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it goes, Jimmy. The caps get hard to turn.
What? Liars! Like,
And then it changes. It goes from oils to acrylics. The trends change. You gotta keep up. And watercolors.
this kind of paint, this paint brand, might make me a good artist.
Yeah. I mean, buying the Bob Ross brand, I hear, is the one that helps you paint pretty trees. Makes your trees happier.
Can't hurt.
Happy little trees.
I still have my Bob Ross gesso. I've got about a half a bottle left.
I still have gesso upstairs in the laundry room too.
Really?
Dave, did you watch Bob Ross at all growing up? Like, yeah.
Didn't watch Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Johnny didn't. He's too young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny
Yeah, there you go.
Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, your face is too smooth and soft. It says I didn't get to grow up with
Johnny's
Bob
like,
Ross.
lighting, lighting. This whole thing looks good when I wake up in the morning.
It's better.
I feel like a baby now.
Better than
I'm pretty sure that I have children your age, so you are a baby.
Yes.
22.
Man, you're the age of my baby. My youngest is 20. It's gonna be 22. Oh my God, I'm old.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't even think about it. I only know because the more I feel like the older I get, the more I injure myself. Like in the last week. So here's the thing. Was it Monday last? It was Monday last week. I went to the grocery store. I'm getting all the groceries out of the car, and I got a box of cat food for the cat, and it slid to the back of the car over the drive home. Not that I'm a crazy driver, but it slid. So I reach my arm, I extend it as far as I can, and I stretch it because it's a big box. I stretch out my hand, and all of a sudden, as I put my hand around it and grab, I can feel the tendon in this finger just go right up my hand, up my arm. I'm like, Dave, I can't feel my hand. Like it popped. I popped the tendon.
Well,
I did something to it.
It didn't
actually curl up, but it's still there. But it was injured for a week.
Yeah.
It's pretty good now. Like,
Dave's got that look like he just wants to say, rub some dirt on it, shake it off.
No, I mean, I totally agree because Jimmy, you know, I mean, just like in the past year, just in the past couple of months, I had double hernia surgery. I'm at the heart doctor's and he's telling me that I might need an operation. I'm going, I'm turning 50 this year. I'm falling completely apart.
No,
right?
that's
I'm not 50 yet.
That's the stuff that if you're on top of it, you're fine and you live forever. But the people that are not on top of it, that's where
This is why I bought a farm.
It's good that you're.
What? I don't make the connection.
Farmers live forever.
Oh.
You know what my wife did? My wife got
Yeah.
a really good insurance policy.
There you go. I did that long ago. I met Dave. I'm like, I need some insurance.
Dave, blink twice if you need help.
So, but what is the life expectancy of an artist, a comic book artist? I mean, how long do we live? I mean,
We're not going to go down there.
I don't
know.
He's going to live forever.
From what I've seen, it seems like most comic artists. Now, I don't want to say most, but I've seen a lot of comic artists that seem to live a long time.
Stanley. We're going for Stanley.
Writer,
yeah.
and Jack Kirby. He was not young, but I don't know how old.
He made it to his 90s.
Did he really? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going for Jack Kirby.
And John Buscema was very, very old. So, I think there's something about whatever it is, whether it's art or anything, if you are following your passion.
You never retire. And
keeps
so you never get old.
Keeps you going. I think when you just, you run out of things to do, you sit on the couch. And this is why, I think the retirement age is 65 and the average pension lasts for, 8 months, something like that. Like people just don't last after they stop working. And, so
this is such
my
such a great
excuse for never saving for retirement.
We were all feeling grumpy before we started. We're all going to go eat a drink after this.
Yeah.
Truly retire. Like
I'm just saying, let's talk about something other than dying.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Well, have you noticed, like, Johnny, you don't know this, but when you're young, you're talking about, dude, this is the night of my life. We're going to have the best night ever. And when you reach past, you're in your 40s, where, hey, did you know cousin Johnny is in the hospital? Yeah.
know I don't do that.
And we start talking about death. That's the thing that in retirement, we all start talking about how we're not going to be able to retire. I think that's
our friends are like, I have X many years to retirement now.
Oh yeah, 6-7 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And but you know what?
They have real jobs.
They have real jobs.
They have
And
real jobs with a pension.
And I say, the truth is, I don't.
We have a mortgage that we'll take with us.
I don't want to
into
retire,
the grave.
but we're doing all right. It's not like, well, we were doing much better before we bought our freaking farm.
Yeah.
But I mean, tell us about the farm. What was the whole reason for the move? Was it
Meredith wanted to live out in the country? So did I, really. So I mean,
truth be told, I grew up in the country. I'm a country girl at heart.
Oh.
I'm the kind of girl that in the winter, the school bus couldn't make it to the end of my road because there was too much snow. I used to have to wait in the house for the school bus because they were out shooting bears. Like I'm a country girl. We used to have chickens. You never knew if you're going to have the same number of chickens in the evening as in the morning because, the snapping turtles might get them or the hawks might get them. Or do you know what I mean? Like I'm country. And
so basically, before your mom or dad made fried chicken, you had to do this to your chicken before you could cook it.
Well, no, I didn't see that.
but your dad.
But my dad did do that.
He just told you the snapping turtles were getting the chickens. It's not normal prey, I think, for the snapping turtle.
I will say this. I do remember at like 10 or 11, because we raised rabbits as well. That was my job. Begging him to let me watch him kill a rabbit. That's what I want. I want, like, can you just let me watch you do it? He's like, no. I've never actually seen.
No wonder Dave is quiet and scared. Look at him.
Yeah.
This is a woman who likes to see rabbits die.
You don't find out stuff right away, you know?
Yeah, that's true. You find out all kinds of stuff after the wedding ring goes on.
Movies,
that's right.
But yeah. You don't need to sleep with one eye open, honey. It's okay.
Right. And so Meredith has horses. She wants to, have the horses out there, which is going to be an undertaking I'm having no part of. Just be clear.
He says that now.
Yeah, we could rewind. Maybe we'll have to do this again in 6 months or a year, and you can laugh at me.
Yeah, ask him if he's
there.
good at how next year at this time. I want you to ask him how fast he can muck a stall.
Right, and I don't dislike horses.
You like the horses.
I'm ambivalent. Once I start mucking stalls, I'll tell you how I feel about them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Well, what kind of animals do you have there?
We've got.
Well, we haven't moved yet.
Right. Yeah, we're 2 weeks away.
Okay.
2.5?
2.5 weeks. Yeah. So, but I have 3 horses of my own that I board at another facility. And then we obviously have the 2 gigantic wolfhounds that are looking forward to being able to run. We have the cat, and then I'm looking forward to chickens. We're going to get some chickens. So farm fresh eggs. And
you know what chickens smell like?
maybe a goat. Goat. I don't know. Maybe a goat. I toyed with the idea of a mini Jersey cow.
Oh yeah, no.
That one's come and gone. Definitely not pigs. Not pigs. Because pigs are gross.
That's just my life.
Yeah, but what about those? That's right. Johnny lives on a farm.
Oh, do you?
There you go.
See, Johnny can come help me set it up.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. All the way from Brazil.
You can teach Dave how to muck a stall.
Yeah.
We'll put you on a live stream.
I'll move to the Caribbean. I'll call every month and say.
Call from Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'll teach you guys how to pick bananas.
Hawaii's too expensive. Caribbean, I think I could swing that.
So you guys are going to move out to? It's an actual farm, so it's going to have.
It's not huge. 30 acres.
Oh, that's big. I mean, you're talking people that are.
Until you've walked it a few times, and you're like, oh.
No, it's
that field too. We don't need we need that field too.
It's gigantic until you have to mow it.
We don't have to mow it. It's going to be hay.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, we had soybeans last year because we've had the property for a couple of years. We had soybeans the last few years, and then hay this.
We're going to plant hay this year, so got to feed the horses. Hay is for horses.
Wow. So that's awesome. The whole reason why I would love to have all those acres is because then I would never wear pants again. It wouldn't matter. I wouldn't have.
You don't wear
neighbors.
pants now, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I never stand up.
But outside.
Yeah.
That what's going to happen?
Yep.
Is that what's going to happen when we have the farm? You're never going to wear pants again?
Velcro pants.
Man, But that's pretty awesome up there. So is this going to be? Are you guys moving out of the city that you're in? Are you guys?
We're moving out of the burbs, but truthfully, I mean, it's 15 minutes from the house we live now. So we're not.
Oh.
We're not like, if I want to go to the border, we're really not adding any more drive if we go to conventions when conventions finally start back up again.
Not a problem right
we're
now.
5 minutes from my parents' house.
When we bought the property, this was before
this
COVID.
is not like truly.
My biggest criteria is I travel a lot. Meredith, you travel a lot too, but I travel
not anymore. I refuse to travel.
All right, fair enough.
I have horses. I gotta stay home and take care of them. So.
Anyway, I have to travel, so I needed to be close to. Like for us, we're in Canada. Closest airport is in Detroit, and so it's across the border. It's a half an hour drive anyway, and I didn't add another half an hour to that. So,
wow! In my head, I'm just picturing. I'm thinking about your shipments because I know you guys ship artwork back and forth, and I'm just thinking of. I'm picturing your mailman arriving in a donkey, riding a donkey to get out to this rural.
We live in Canada, Jimmy. He's not coming in a donkey. He's coming in a sled with 6 huskies hitched to the front.
yeah. Or what's that moose that you guys have up there? You guys always have moose, right?
Moose.
Oh, it's just
moose.
What's that moose you guys have up there? A moose.
The moose.
Yeah. A bunch of moose are still moose.
There's moose. One moose or 2 moose.
All right. Anyway.
Moose juice is goose, not goose juice is juice for a goose, but goose.
See what I go through.
Dr. Seuss.
But to be honest, I think it's become great. People love getting an inside look into the life of a comic artist and especially your life. I think people come to see both of you guys.
The crazy that Dave has to deal with. Job done.
Well, what's becoming memes and what's really popular now is anytime Meredith will go off singing or talking about something, we get this all the time. It's we just need to make memes of it and zoom in on Dave.
Yep, and I've got the mute button.
Yeah. He puts his head down like
Johnny Cage is here, who constantly puts music lyrics into the chat.
I know.
And
he taunts me with them.
Yeah, and it works.
He taunts me. Oh, it does. I'm like, Johnny, were you the one that mentioned the Ropers? Somebody mentioned.
I don't think so.
Somebody mentioned the Ropers last stream, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I so wanted to sing the Three's Company theme song. I was dying.
That is a good one.
I know.
Well, I know the one you cannot resist, Meredith.
Oh, no.
So Johnny, this is the way to get her to sing.
Your channel now.
Just say it's your birthday.
Oh yeah, it's your birthday. I can sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's somebody's birthday out there somewhere. Happy birthday to you.
So if you're watching this was your birthday, that song is for you.
Aw. Poor Dave.
Poor Dave, he went off camera. He was like
I'm dying. I can't right now.
It's worse when it's right there. He's all the way over there.
What? So you guys have started a new thing now. You actually have a podcast, which is, I watched the first episode. I loved it. I thought it was really, really great. And I like your setup. You guys look so professional. Your headsets, your mics. Dave, he and I talk, so I know the equipment you have. It is professional. It's out of my budget. So it's
my budget too. So I don't know what the hell he's doing to pay for it. Somebody let me know what street corner he's on.
What happened when I started this whole thing, and this is my problem, I can never do anything halfway, and so I got everything like right away, and I spent money that really none of this was making, I'll put it that way. And
that's why we have a green screen. That's why we have a green screen. Not from remember when you were from before when he did this before.
Well, you should have sold your paints, your Bob Ross paints and all that stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So it took a while actually for the channel to make enough to pay everything.
I want people to know too, just because I asked this question, and just in case you're thinking about this, photography lights, the lights that a photographer sets up, they're not the same lights as the lights that you need for doing a live stream.
Yeah. Those are tungsten lights. They're different than these LEDs, and
they are. And they're not adjustable. The ones that I got were not adjustable.
They're lights.
All right. Anyway.
Well, you would think that, but then if you're
Episode, it would have worked.
well, after sitting under those tungsten lights, I mean, they're using more power and they make you sweat, and you're on video and you're just like, you're melting away.
And they are hot.
They are hot, yeah.
So if somebody wants tungsten lights,
I've got a
DM
few.
me.
You know,
I can
it's
hook
true.
you up.
Yeah, we've got.
Hook you up.
So we
Or if you
saw.
want to start a photography career, I can hook you up with that too.
You know, though, I mean, honestly, you know, I bought a camera with the intention to do photography, and then I got into the YouTube thing. And to be honest, I have no idea how to take pictures with my camera. I can run video. I don't know about you, Dave. Have you ever tried taking a photograph with your camera?
No, it's been on the tripod. I'm looking at it right now. It's been on that tripod since I got it. I got it for that purpose. So
That being said, Jimmy, he did dive down the photography rabbit hole
I did.
about 5 years ago.
Well, a little more than that, but yeah, no, I went through that one too.
I mean, if all else fails, they all have that auto setting you can use.
That's
you know,
what I use.
yeah, and it works pretty good.
You
I just
can't-
use my phone now. I'm like, I could just use this.
No, it would
Yeah.
break out in hives because you have to. You put everything. You put it to manual, then you have to individually adjust everything.
Oh, you have to. Yeah, you
No.
do. Yeah.
And hours of study to get and it really is the same shot, but it's not the point.
Yeah. You know, I was talking not long ago because I do a lot of video for work, and I was just talking with a professional crew that came in, and they were talking about how they use their phones for so many different things. And the last video I did for work, I had all this gear, and I probably used my phone for about 80% of it.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, I have an iPhone 11, and it's nice, you know, and it managed to get most all the shots that I needed.
And they really do have such a great camera. So
Yeah, they've come a long way from the iPhone, whatever. Who the hell knows? I don't
the
know.
original one.
Yeah, the very first one. Yeah.
Isaac could tell you because he found my old phone. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be like an iPhone collector." And he found the box. I'm like, "No, we're getting rid of stuff. We're not collecting more stuff."
But it's weird though that, you know, people Johnny's age over here like to collect. They're very nostalgic and collect the old tech.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my son is in his, you know, he's 27 now, and he and his wife collect like the old camcorders from the 80s and the 90s that take those big
Mm-hmm.
video cassettes.
Oh, like full VHS.
Yeah.
Like stick it in, click it shut.
Yeah. I went over to their house, and my son makes a really good living. And I go over to his house, and my daughter-in-law sitting on the floor unpackaging this thing that she found on eBay somewhere. Unpackaging it. I felt sorry for her. I don't know why. I almost gave her my equipment, and then you know, she explained to me, no, this is for
Excited.
yeah. And she was like, no, this is nostalgia. Like, she wants that old tech. They bought an old Dreamcast. They bought old technology
Isaac's
that
got an old Sega. Isaac's got an
It's
old.
a Dreamcast.
Oh, is that
No,
a
wait,
Dreamcast? No,
it is
I
not
don't
a
think so.
Dream. It's the one before.
It's an old Sega Genesis.
Yeah, Sega Genesis.
oh yeah, with the cartridge based.
Dave's
I
mom
still have
found
mine.
it
Yeah.
for him. Yeah, she found it for him at a garage sale.
Wow, kids love this
girl.
stuff.
And we have no
I
way
love
to,
you.
we can't hook it up to the TV because of the connections. So,
Right.
but it's not the point. It's, you know,
He loves it.
Yeah, he's a gamer. Gamers always have that stuff in the background when they stream. You know, they always have the old classic, you know, consoles and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? I will say that when we're talking about, here's the one thing I would say, because I don't play video games. Like I don't. But if somebody sat me down with an Intellivision and Burger Time,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be there for hours. Do you remember Burger Time?
Totally remember Burger Time. Yeah.
Or Gun-
oh
That was like Burger Time, and you'd like eat the hamburger patties, and you have to be strategic. No, we didn't have Frogger. I was poor.
You didn't have Frogger. Yeah. I had Frogger for the Atari 2600. Yeah.
Yep.
Even Pong. I think I could play Pong for a while.
Pong, see, that's the one I grew up with Pong.
You have to play that with the dial.
Ding.
Yeah, with the dial.
My next door neighbor had one of those. That was the
Yeah.
television.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good for that and Breakout.
Johnny's
you
like,
know.
oh my gosh, somebody shoot me now. Johnny's dying right now.
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh,
I'm just-
somebody kill the
I
old timer.
feel like a grandson.
This is why they.
amazing.
This is
He's like, tell me more, Grandma and Grandpa. Just tell us.
why they put cows down when they get too old.
But tell me again. I can't remember, Meredith. What was the kind of cow you thought about buying?
A Jersey cow. They're like, you
Why,
know,
Jimmy?
they're a
Why?
milk.
We get moved on.
And they're sweet. They're like, they got big brown eyes.
Wow. Oh, the brown cow, right?
Yeah, brown ones. Yeah.
Right. That's a Jersey.
Countryside. But they make them
Oh.
like, I kid you not, they make them in miniature form. So
'Cause
it's making enough milk for like one family. Like they make enough milk for one family versus 500 families in a week.
They're like a Keurig or something. They just give it just enough milk for like one cup.
Exactly.
It's a Jersey Keurig cow.
That's what I want. Only thing stopping me truly from a cow is the poop.
Oh yeah, that's
And mutiny
true.
from me.
And well, no.
Because no, really, there's a point.
That was the same thing I said to my ex-wife before we had kids. I was like, that the only thing stopping me from having a baby, it's the poop.
yeah.
If we didn't have to feed it.
And yet you had babies, so there you go. Talk to me in a year. We'll see if we have. We won't have a cow. We won't.
No.
I promise we won't have a cow.
I don't know why. When you said a Jersey cow, all I could think of was a cow with a New Jersey accent and attitude.
And lots of gel in its hair. Yeah.
Lots of gel.
Like, where's the shore?
Yeah. Man, that's
When I
crazy.
say Jersey, I think chocolate. Because I don't know if you have Jersey milk bars in the States,
Mhm.
but in Canada they have like the Jersey milk, and it's like milk chocolate. I'm sorry,
Oh, wow.
Canadian chocolate's better than American chocolate.
Well, I mean,
It has a lower wax content.
well, I mean, yeah, I'll give that to you guys. I mean, we don't have good chocolate here in the U.S. You got to go outside. And then we had a buddy of ours that was on the stream here, and he was from Mark Goldfine. Where was he from again? Do you remember, Dave?
Sweden, is it?
Sweden. Now he was offering to send us chocolate because he felt so bad for us living in the States that we had no idea what chocolate was.
Yeah.
Or to Switzerland. Is Switzerland next to Sweden? You probably go to the grocery store. You can get Swiss chocolate, Belgian chocolate, German chocolate. It's all better than chocolate over here.
Yeah.
Probably would have cost them $100 to send it though.
Oh yeah, right. And $1 to buy the chocolate.
See then.
Yeah.
You're really my friend. You'll send me that $100. You'll pay $100 to send me $5 worth of chocolate.
Right. That's how you know. I mean, how much where I stand on the friend totem.
Death Metal here is suggesting that you can grow mushrooms on cow poop.
Yeah, oh, totally you can.
Yeah, the good kind is what he's suggesting.
Oh,
yeah.
well, the good kind. Yeah.
The kind that you'll get lost in those 30 acres for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Dave, where have you been for the past month?
He comes back. Yeah.
Before we do that, let me fence in the property, okay? And you can actually wander for 4 weeks without getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That'll explain how you're a talent. We thought he was super talented, but no, it turns out it's
Just
the it's
Mushrooms.
it's where that imagination comes from. It's like creativity. So I wanted to show everybody, if it's okay, if you guys don't mind, I want to show everybody a clip from your new thing that you guys are doing now on your video, where you have the process. It's called process.
Is it process or is it process?
No, it's process.
Process
It's
or
fine.
process?
I was wrong.
I was setting it up. Oh, okay, but we'll stay there with that. This is the part I was going to show.
Go!
Yeah, here we go. All right, so you guys decide out there after watching this little clip and tell me what you guys think. So here we go. I'm going to turn up the mic.
Hi, everybody. I'm Meredith, and this is Dave. And I've decided to come off the couch and behind the desk for a brand new show we've decided to do called Process, where we talk to friends and colleagues in the industry about how they do their job.
It's process. We should call it process. You said process.
Process with Meredith and Dave.
Be sure to hit like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I hope you enjoy the video.
That is so awesome. I love it. I love the intro. I love the interaction between you guys.
The embarrassing part is I can see it on my face too. I wasn't kidding. I'm she's saying it, and it's really running through my head. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's right. That might be. And then I have to say it. Yeah, it's not like that was some kind of scripted thing. It's my nature.
So I do have one question though, and I do want to know. Right now, I've noticed, if anybody knows the difference between Dave and Meredith right now, there versus there. Meredith, are you that short?
He had me, on the first episode, he had me sitting on a pillow even. I don't know if he put the chair down so low, like super, super low.
No.
He switched out chairs.
I switched out chairs.
He switched out chairs. Because and it's not the only episode you'll watch where you're like, is Meredith in miniature? Why is she so short? So low.
I had you in the chair that I'm in now with 2 pillows on it.
Yeah, you did. And I was sitting on 2 pillows trying to precariously balance through the whole episode. And yeah, no, we're much more.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because Anna is like, we just realized the other day she's 4.5 inches taller than me. So I'm going to do this to Anna. I'm going to be like, hey, we can stream together, but you're not sitting on the same chair I am. I'm going to put you.
You're going to sit her like that. There's another episode if you watch, because this is how it goes when you're streaming and things happen. But there's another episode. I think it's our final episode. Was it with Dan? Which episode was it?
I've lost track. Dave
forgot to tighten the camera. So as the show's going along, you'll see it as it happens. The camera just starts panning more and more to Dave. So I'm kind of like leaning more and more because I'm getting like closer and closer to the edge of the camera. I'm like, finally, what is going on? I'm like, move over. And then we realized, he's like, oh, I forgot to tighten the camera. And so the cord was actually like pulling the camera onto Dave. Slowly rotating. It's just I did say Diva Dave earlier, right? All the Dave show. It's all the time.
I want to set something up. So I don't know.
You realize now that you're never going to be able to shake that nickname, Dave.
Diva Dave.
Diva Dave now. That's it.
I'm going to make t-shirts. I'll hire Jimmy to design a logo for Diva Dave.
Yes. And it's going to be a little Finch just throwing down that little twig like, making the or squawking. Diva Dave. People follow cats here. They're going to love that.
75 people follow a cat on Instagram, and it's going to like give people a whole new insight. Patches is awesome. Come on. She's like the cutest cat ever. I called it Patches and the dogs and the horses. So people will be surprised when I post images of the dogs and the horses too.
So Jimmy, I wanted to have a channel about comic art,
Too late. I have the link for the cat.
A serious channel with tutorials to really teach you how to draw comics. And not comics, but design or like film design. It really translates. And that's the focus of what we're doing here. Seems like that's getting lost.
Well, I have noticed that Meredith is more in the center of the shot, and Dave is slowly exiting.
Oh, what's happening here?
Yeah.
I think it's happening intentionally.
What's going to happen is that Dave's going to eventually leave, and we're all going to keep talking, and we're like, wait a minute, didn't we start with David Finch?
Here's the other thing. He's actually next to a desk. He has no escape.
Sure.
There's no way out for him. He's lost.
So, David down here, he was asking earlier about the type of animals you have. So you guys have, you said dogs?
2 dogs. We have 2 Irish wolfhounds.
Oh.
And 3 horses.
You have 4.
Okay.
I love the picture of that dog sitting on Dave's lap, and it's just giant thing, just like it's kind of like a little poodle, but it's this big old dog. It's you should have taken the picture with Dave sitting on its lap.
Yeah, honestly,
I really could.
They both weigh more than I do at this point.
Yeah.
They both weigh more than I do. And they like put their face right in your face, and they're just, like sometimes she'll yawn in my face, and I think you could eat my face right now.
They're big enough that we'll sit down for dinner, and I'm sitting in the chair, and they walk up, and their face is there, right there. They're not begging from down here. So.
They don't really beg, right? I mean, as big as they are, they just kind of tell you what they want. Yeah, they're just
growling off of it.
Actually, the only animal in the house that growls is me. because someone's close, and I'm like,
And she really does that.
I growl at them. They're like,
Nobody's
Shoot.
there to watch. It still embarrasses me.
Mama.
Live.
So now you live your life like you're on camera all the time. Whenever she does something and you're private at home, you just go. There's nobody there. David, what are you doing? There's no camera. It's hard to break the habit, Meredith. It's hard to break the habit.
Oh my gosh. So true.
For anybody that's watching, you guys see the video. You see what I'm dealing with here, right? You know, not making it all up.
Every Monday night, they're fully party to it.
Every Monday night. Now, didn't you guys say you guys are you're not going to be available one particular Monday? Was it?
I think it's Monday after we move, is what we said, right?
Monday after and I'm not sure that we have that totally.
Well, let
set,
me just.
So.
I can't remember what I said, but I've got my phone here, so let me just look on the calendar. I think we said March 1st is what we said. Monday, March 1st, we won't be streaming.
Okay, so we still have about 2 more weeks because February is a short month. I think
We have
there's
3 weeks because it's only 4. So we've got the 15th and the 22nd. So we've got lots of time.
Lots of time.
And then it's only a week off. I'll Dave put on reruns.
Yeah, you know that or
You know what?
We don't have a time slot to tell. This is not television. Keep trying to say that. Yeah, we'll run a rerun because
Yeah, let's do the best of.
That's our time slot.
well, you know what you should do.
Post it. Okay, you can post it at 8:00 on Monday night.
I'll tell you what.
True or false?
Sure, fine. Fair, whatever.
Best of.
Yes, we'll do that.
We'll do it
She's
best.
right. She's right. You can post it and premiere it like it's a television slot. Yeah.
That's exactly what we'll do.
You know how dismissive he is of my ideas. So dismissive.
But you know what you should do is videotape Patches with the headphones on and his face to the mic. People will sit and we'll watch that for 45 minutes.
Watch the poor cat trying to get the microphone that we taped to his head off.
Poor patch.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible. Like the next week, people would be like, "Hey, bring that cat back. Where's the damn cat at?" People take cats real seriously. You know?
And then its co-host will be the Jersey Cow. I mean, it's a great show.
No one ever mentioned the Jersey Cow again. It's going to end up
Patch friends.
Oh, and then and what's the schedule going to be for Process that you guys are?
We recorded. Why don't I talk all the time? I'm like dominating the conversation.
Okay, so we have, I think we have 7 episodes that we've got recorded. 6, whatever. 6 or 7.
7? 7?
Gosh. Anyway.
This is why Dave's letting you talk, Meredith, because we, as husbands, we know better, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are going to, I wanted to say we're going to evaluate it at that point and see how it's doing. This is always, you put something new out on YouTube, but you never know how it's going to go. Especially my channel, really. I would have never done it because it's a tutorial channel. And that's a particular audience. The people that come to the channel are there for the tutorials. But the live streams are kind of different than that. So I thought, it might lend itself to it. Mm-hmm. And what I'm thinking I'd like to do, though, is transition from Process to doing a podcast, like a proper podcast. We're going to call it Finchcast. I already have the name. She doesn't agree, but whatever. That's what we're doing. And Kevin Mandel says, disclaimer, no cats were harmed.
Process. Harmed. In the filming of this stream. That's process, Jimmy.
And we still have that debate on their Process and Process.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying it's Canadian versus American.
Maybe I just don't know. But I think we're going to just, because Finchcast sounds good to me. And Finch doesn't go with anything. I've tried, Finch forever. So when I found something so I think we are actually going to do it as a podcast. It seems like longer format, things like that kind of maybe will lend itself to it.
I personally, my suggestion again, but what do I know, was to do the video and then put the audio out as a podcast.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that is a great idea. I'm gonna steal that idea.
It's a common way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Validation. I was validated.
Okay.
So now the real question is, before you undertook all this, right? I mean, I'm sure that when you were tossing around the idea, did you guys just go for it and just film it and make it happen, or did you do like dry runs ahead of time? How'd you put it all together?
Well, actually, Dave, we did a dry run mistakenly because
By accident.
I forgot to hit record, and so we got we got Rich on, which was great of him. He's a busy guy, and he made the time for us and it was a good 2 hours, and we talked a little bit around the video also, and yeah, I realized I didn't record it. It was my first time doing something like that on StreamYard. Anyway, so Meredith actually reached out to him in email and said, yeah, Dave forgot to hit record. I was too embarrassed to email him and tell him. So he came back and did so the one that you're seeing is a complete rerun of
number 2.
It was number 2.
But, we've done 7. Are you counting Rich twice?
No.
Number 2.
No. Anyway, so, but yeah, in terms of planning, it's not really a lot of planning just because we're talking to people that we both know. I'm talking to them about stuff that, I'm pretty passionate and, for the most part knowledgeable. It depends. Editorial, I'm not so much. I know from working with editors, but, and, I really want it to be something that if you watch, you really see, because I never see editors being edited about or being interviewed about what the job is like and how they got the job and what goes into that, what kind of education they needed. And, really just the whole process of becoming an editor. Or we had Dan DiDio on, and that was incredibly interesting. He's a writer also. He's teaching a course at Hubert School about pitching. So it's all about putting a whole pitch package together, which is such an important thing. If you want really a comic even, it's important to know how to package your ideas. So I thought that was great. We have Francis Manapool coming up. I think he's coming up next. Not next.
Kyle Higgins is next.
Kyle Higgins. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. Cause I'm thinking next because I'm thinking in terms of the ones that I'm prepping them beforehand. And that's what I'm on right now. And, talking to Francis, well, Francis really, you just ask him a question and then go.
You just wind him up and
oh yeah. And
he just goes.
He's great.
That's the way Jimmy is too.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah.
It's a skill. And so I thought Francis was an incredible guest. And
I think the goal of this for us, certainly when I think about myself as a writer and being a new writer in the industry, I kept asking people, how do you pitch? How do you pitch? How do you pitch? How do you pitch? And I'd get all these, people would say stuff that would circulate around the idea, but would never be like, do X, Y, and Z. And that's how you pitch a project. And I didn't understand that. So I had opportunities to pitch projects that I didn't even realize was an opportunity to pitch a project. And so I missed a project. And by the time I was ready to actually pitch a project, it was too late. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So these are the point of these shows are to clarify things that I think people are either afraid to ask, or professionals don't just assume it's assumed knowledge that you would know how to do stuff. It's insider information.
Or they prefer to not tell you because why do they want
competition?
Right.
But they'll tell us because
I found that with painters. Painters, man, the worst people on earth. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, Dave's always like, how do you do that? Nobody will tell him. And that's the worst.
No, actually, it's I've learned it's not true. They do tell me. I just don't listen because I can't make it work myself. So I decide that there's a
okay. Well, that's not how this is. That's not how this is. They
can't get the lids off the jars to start with, so it's like you're already at a disadvantage, man.
Well, that's at least that's what he tells Meredith when he spent $300 on paint supplies and he's not painting. They won't tell me how to use them. So
I have used I couldn't get the caps off.
Did I actually believe it?
No, because
yeah, exactly. But so that's the point of process is, did I say it? I said it differently than you.
Now you said process.
Because I always say process.
You said process, yeah.
Whatever, who cares? It is what it is. Tomato, tomato, people. Pajama.
It'll be both.
Yeah. So, but that's the point of the show is to talk to people, colleagues and friends in the industry. And also I think it's fun too, because inevitably the conversation digresses, and especially the conversation with Andy Schmidt, I'm like, whoa, it's not the Andy and Dave reminisce show. It's the let's talk about this show. So
well, we worked together for a long time at Marvel. He was my editor on Avengers, which was a pretty eventful time, for both of us. It was a big book at the time. That was Bendis's run on Avengers. It brought in Spider-Man and Wolverine, and it was New Avengers, which was like a big relaunch. So we kind of just went.
You
off
guys
on a
went
huge
like
tangent.
we were going this way, and they went.
And it was actually, to be honest, it was interesting for me because I know what it was like when I got the job. I was working with Bendis on Ultimate X-Men, and I got a call. They were at the Writers' Summit.
Oh, you've given away the episode.
Well, I'm just going to tell my end. I got a call. They were at the Writers' Summit. This is from Bendis, and he said, "Do you want to draw? We're talking about this right now. I'll only do this if you want to do it." I don't know if that's true. He might have just been, talking me up, but whatever. He said, "I'll only do this if you want to do it." It's got Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. And I said, "Okay." I really wanted to stay on X-Men.
So much enthusiasm. Oh,
Hey, you know what? It sounded great.
if you'll make me.
But you have to. At the time, Captain America and Iron Man were not popular characters at all. And so I was thinking, I'm here to be drawing X-Men. Like, I'm drawing X-Men right now. That was what I wanted to do. So I was a little leery. But yeah, talking to Andy, he was at the meeting. So I heard all the background of how that happened on that. And it's interesting. For me, anyway. I don't know if anybody.
You'll like it. Watch the final episode.
Well, I noticed
with Meredith and Dave.
Process. I like the one with. I do recall in the one what you just aired with Richard. Dave and Richard go off talking about one of their favorite artists, and Meredith directs you guys back and pulls you guys back in. And but honestly, as an artist and a fan of that artist as well, I kind of wanted to hear more about.
I think it's a delicate dance, right? It's because people want to watch and hear those conversations, but I also want to make sure we're always adding a little bit of value and information that you wouldn't necessarily
I don't
get.
want to sound bitter here, but we talk about Jersey cows for like a while.
I don't know. We're just hanging out tonight.
Who said? I don't want to sound.
Oh, she bopped and weaved that punch you just threw. Yeah.
But, Meredith, I will say one thing, that having a writer in the room is good, because like even on the show that we do here, a lot of times it's very art heavy, and there are times when I just kind of fade in the background because I don't have a whole lot to contribute because I can't draw at all, right?
Neither can I.
It's so great when I can finally talk about writing. I'm like, oh, let's get different. And everybody else is just like, because nobody cares about writers at all. I'm also a bass player, which nobody cares about either. So,
Dave, I totally hear you, because when there's like a comment that's like, "This is for Meredith," it's a writing question. I'm like, oh, there's a writing question.
Yeah.
There's a 2-hour conversation about art, and there's one writing question every 5 weeks for Meredith.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true. It's an art-based channel.
It is.
You
But
need
that's
to do
okay.
some writing
But it
tutorials.
is. Yeah. I don't feel like it goes the same way.
No.
Nobody
cares about writing.
No.
Nobody cares about writing. It's even though the writers we don't care about. It's like we don't want to hear what your process is.
You have no idea.
Process. It's your process.
I don't care about your process.
Yeah.
Dave's here too.
Yeah,
I'm
Dave's
attacking
here too.
everybody.
But the fact matter is, you have no idea how many times before Dave actually had to write a book, he cursed writers up and down.
That's ringing through the microphone.
Oh, is it going through the microphone?
It is. You hear that, right, Jimmy?
Oh yeah.
It was for emphasis. It was for emphasis.
Yeah, it did.
Emphasis, that's right.
I was scared when she started pounding on that table. Like,
Oh yeah.
But okay, fine. I'm just saying that you did not respect writers for a long time.
It's true. And even, you know what, I knew.
You have more respect now.
Oh yeah, I knew. Like I loved Bendis's writing. I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
But
You'd be like, they just wrote 20 words on a page and put in dialogue that says, "Ouch."
Yeah.
How hard?
I'm drawing this double page spread for 4 days, which, when you're on a monthly deadline, that's an eternity. And really the description is like 2 lines long. And I'd look at it and say, this is all the work they put into it, 2 lines. And you don't realize the endless amount of pitches to get a project. And then once you do the revisions and, making everything work, especially if it's working in conjunction with other books, you write this whole story, and then it turns out you can't use the Penguin because whatever, he's dead. And then you have to change everything that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
so much goes into it. I wrote a little bit of Batman. Meredith ended up helping quite a bit because that was not for me. And yeah, I'll never do it again. You know, I want to be involved creatively in writing in the sense that
give ideas.
I have character
Big
ideas.
yeah.
Like I've got this character. It's awesome in my head right now. Like I can see him. He doesn't have sort of has a story.
Anyway, but every writer that Dave works with in the future can thank me because after he's lived with the writer, he understands, Dave, what it's like to have to flesh out a story and all the work that goes into just creating the idea of what the story is going to be. And Jimmy, I'm sure you had some input. Obviously, it's your book, Dragon Rage. So you understand, like, this is the plot.
Sheldon Martin's comment. This is probably, we got our camera right in front of our screen.
He says writers. I thought you were talking about writers.
Talking about well, the thing is Jimmy says he's talked about it several times, but Jimmy realistically would call me at like 2:00 in the morning and change like a major plot thing and go, I want to do this, or I want to add this, and then you just kind of go, okay, and you roll with it. But I think the thing that nobody appreciates either is that when we come up with this stuff, we really have no idea how it's going to look, what it's going to look like. And so we're coming up with ideas for scenes and stuff like that. And if it doesn't work, we don't find out until later, and that's kind of a tough thing. Also just plotting, just realizing, hey, I've got to get a story and I know that I want to have this many issues or whatever it is. And we've got to figure out the pacing, the plotting and all that. I mean, it's, I kind of like that part of it actually, but it can be a little tough.
I always said that I think the thing that made me a better writer was you'd write a page or a script, a book, and then you get the book back, and the art doesn't always necessarily match what you envision in your head. Like there might be a translation difference where they didn't understand what you were trying to say.
Especially an artist you haven't worked with before.
Especially an artist, as you're trying to develop a shorthand and a rapport. Thank you, a rapport. But those times, I think because I live with an artist, I would never go back. I think there was one time on Rose I made Ig redraw something. I'm incredibly loath to make an artist redraw something because they didn't understand. I didn't do enough job being clear about what I wanted. And I found those times when I'm having to rework the story and re-dialogue, and as difficult as they were and as mentally taxing as they were, I feel like they made me a much better writer as a result of that.
Well, Dave, now we know what it feels like for writers on an art channel.
We're just sit here. I'm going to get another coffee.
I know.
They're just
Dave
like,
and I are gonna
boring. They don't care at all.
Come on, Dave. Let's go.
Just like, we're in our element.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, come on, Dave. Let's go pet the Jersey cow.
You can't play sound effects on Jimmy's channel.
I'm going to see if it works.
Oh, it did work.
It totally worked.
You see, Meredith gave us a David Finch look.
Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
She turned to the camera and just went.
Hear these. Actually, it's the first time I ever.
That's literally the first time any of us have heard the sound effects from the soundboard that Dave bought.
My favorite was that one stream where at the time when Meredith's mic wasn't working. Not that your mic wasn't working, Meredith, but I mean the fact that sound effects weren't working either. And Dave said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to play this effect," and he puts it on there, and then you ask, "Did it go off?" And he goes, "Yeah, it did." But we didn't hear it on our end.
I'm thinking it went off because they light up when they're playing.
My favorite stream was when Dave didn't have the soundboard working, and I made my own cricket sound. Cricket. Cricket.
I don't think it worked. There we go.
No, my cricket sound effect is significantly better than that.
It's not the best.
It's not. Mine is better. Cricket. Cricket.
Yeah, see? We're going to record that. We're going to use that now.
Yeah.
I am available for hire for sound effects.
If you want to customize your...
hit me up on dfinchart.com. What's the new website? davidfinchart.com.
Right. Yeah.
davidfinchart.com. Just tag it Meredith for hire.
For voiceover effects. That's awesome.
Dave, did you ever update all of your text and stuff on your website? I think the last time that we talked to you, you still had like the Lorem Ipsum stuff on a couple of places or whatever. It's all good to go now?
Yeah, it's all good now. Every once in a while I catch a spelling error or something like that and just get it updated. But yeah, it's all put together. So
Artsy Designs. Yes, Artsy.
Is Meredith available?
I'm available for phone messages.
We're not here right now.
You read the voicemail of Artsy Designs.
I'm out milking the Jersey cow.
I can't take your call right now. It's the cow.
And there's nobody here to answer your call. Crickets. Awesome. Well, I want to open up the stream here to allow your fans, because I know when you guys are busy running your own stream, you're really busy and you guys don't really get to go over some of the questions. So I thought we'd open up the stream for about 15 minutes. Let everybody, people that want to come in and ask you guys a question, give them about a minute to ask a question. I'm sorry, you guys get one question because we can't keep the stream going forever. And you guys are extremely busy, and you guys have taken time out to come join us.
Turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 8 o'clock, but to be fair, only Monday nights do my pumpkin hours extend past 9.
Well, I haven't heard the Patches alarm go off yet.
I know it's early. Jimmy, so kind. You were so kind to do a 7 o'clock stream. You liked me.
When Dave said 7 worked better, I said 7 works for me. And it works. It works great.
Or Jimmy had to wake up for the 4 o'clock.
Well, and for me, it's a balancing act of when I think I can get Meredith to actually come on the, so I figured 7 o'clock probably I could sell that time.
And by 7:30, I'm passed out on the couch.
Yes.
I was really interested in finding out more about Patch's Instagram. So I thought, okay, great. I'm going to ask Meredith. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try to find it. And here's a bit of advice. Do not search Finch cat or cat Finch. It pulls up a girl's Instagram with totally different pictures than a cat.
All right. Nice to know. Let me write that down.
Yeah. So which one don't I want to go for? The cat Finch? Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play test that.
So I was going to try to search for it, and find it. But for those that do want to join, because there are people that really do want to follow Patches. What is Patches Instagram, by the way?
I believe, hold on, I got to get there. It's Patches _ and it's not short, just so you know. So get out your pen and pencil. Patches.
And you still got 75 followers with that name?
They landed there by accident. They were looking for like Dave's artwork, and they were like, "Hey, all right, this cat looks okay."
Okay, here we go. Okay, it's Patches _ and _dogs _ horses.
What a catchy name!
Holy cow! And you still got 75 followers.
I can't believe it.
It uses every letter of the alphabet.
Look at 75. I can't scroll it up, but yes, she's 75. Dave, she's got 75 followers.
So it was Patches _ and symbol, or those spelled out?
D.
D. Holy cow! And what profession are you again? What do you do professionally?
If you just put in Patches _ it comes up. Patches _ and dogs and horses.
See?
Oh, she's a genius. See, I should have had faith. I should have had faith in. Wow.
Yeah.
Patches had 3 posts.
Now Patches has 76 followers.
Man, that's awesome. Oh, and before
77 now.
Woohoo! Woo-oo. We're gonna make 100 before Monday. She's gonna blow up. She's gonna be the hot thing. You'll see her on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, Dave, how does it feel now getting no longer the most famous Finch in the family now?
It's an adjustment.
It actually says that in her bio, by the way. Did you know that? Because I had to write a bio for her. I was like, made famous by the Monday Night Draw live streams with Meredith and Dave. Welcome to the Instagram page of Patches the Cat.
That's a much better bio than I have on mine.
That is actually pretty good. Despite the name, I cannot believe you named it that. Well, whatever. Anyway,
It worked.
In the first place.
So before we start bringing people on to ask questions, well, we got El Padrino here, the first one. Is there anything that you guys want to cover? Any writing projects or anything new that you guys want to go over before?
Okay, I'm going to say I have on the website coming. Okay, two things. Memberships are coming up this week. I got the tier set up and everything was ready to go. I got my little. You need to put the little
thingamajiggies on the
thingamajig,
thingamabobber.
right? Anyway, it's all and it's getting approved, and apparently it's 24 hours. We'll see, barring not being. I'll have memberships up, and with a membership, you will get early access to videos, extra content, because every one of my tutorial videos is always not twice as long, but really close. And I've had a couple that were well over twice as long, and I just end up cutting them down so much because I can't put out a tutorial video that's an hour and a half long, you know. And so just all the extras that I cut will just be for members. And then that's the lower tier. I think it's $1.99 or $2.99.
$2.99, you told me.
Okay, I think that's right.
$2.99.
Anyway, and then $5.99 or $4.99.
$5.99.
Right. Okay. I think is we'll have a twice a month live stream. We'll be doing a live draw along with a live model. Actually, Charlie Parks Art, who is in the chat. He's an artist also and a musician. He's going to be doing some modeling. He's got like all kinds of different costumes. He's a pretty buff guy. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And we'll be doing art reviews also. So you know, people from the stream will be able to submit your artwork and get it reviewed, like a good, proper, in-depth review. So I'm looking forward to that. That's coming up. And I also have a new course that's all filmed, all edited, is all put together. It's expressions and caricature. And I put up a good portion of the caricature part actually on the YouTube channel, and I wanted to put it up as a preview for the course, you know, but the problem is I needed to get some content up there. I've been running so behind. Anyway, the full thing's finished now. It's all ready to go. That will be going up on the website. I want to say this coming week. It should be, but you know, deadlines. So within the next 2 weeks for sure, that'll be up. I've got Walking Dead covers every month, twice a month. And
the project that is yet to be determined, yet to be named.
That's down the road.
He's been working on for a long time.
I just did a Joker cover for DC. They got a new Joker miniseries.
Ooh.
I did what other DC? Oh, right.
Crime Syndicate.
Crime Syndicate by Andy Schmidt. I just did the cover for issue 3 for that.
Wow.
I think issue 3 of now I've done all the covers so far for Spider-Man, Nonstop Spider-Man. So check that one out. And that has art by Chris Pacello, who is one of my absolute eternal favorites. He's absolutely incredible. So doing covers for that was, you know.
I did tell you he was busy, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how did you find time to do the YouTube stuff?
It's been tough, Jimmy. I've been barely sleeping. It's been a lot to keep up with. And I want to say Walking Dead, the first 6 issues sold out, which is great. And so we did an extra 6 covers. And so there are big close-ups of all the major characters from Walking Dead. So,
you need me to name them for you?
Rick, and you know what when I do this, I
Rick,
immediately
Glenn, Shane, Lori, Carl, and Andrea.
And Walking Dead guy. That's the main character in there.
Walking Dead guy?
The Walking Dead guy. I'm just seeing how much Dave knows. Look at Dave. I almost had him convinced. He's gonna call up Kirkman and be like, "Hey, my favorite character is that Walking Dead guy."
Yeah. You know, I've watched the show all the way through twice. I watched it and then I watched it with Meredith, and I've read the comic, so you know, I know my stuff. But yeah, anyway, those covers I think are not quite out yet, but you can buy them now.
They've been previewed. So.
That's right. Yeah. So that's everything I got.
I'm writing. Something will come out maybe this year. That's all I got.
Well, I mean,
I got a couple things. I got another thing I'm working on, but right now my focus is the move.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you got family to raise. You know, on top of that, people don't see behind doors.
Isaac's going back to school on the 16th. So after the 16th, I have so much time. Wow. I've been homeschooling that kid for 2 years, so I'm ready.
Wow. Man, and people are waiting though. People are really excited. They want. Oh, and by the way, Anna is really getting into Wonder Woman, so I'm gonna buy her the Wonder Woman run that you guys did together. I want that to be her first Wonder Woman experience.
I've got all the books. Like,
We'll
nice
send you
hardcover.
floppies. We've got so many.
Well, and I've got the nice hardcovers. Like, I'm looking at them right now. I'll send you that stuff because I got to send you a package anyway. So, yeah.
Maybe I can unpack after we move, because then I can unpack and send you the Wonder Woman coloring book too.
She'd love that, honestly. She would love that.
See? You know what I'm talking about.
But it's got to have signatures. Got to have signatures on it because she's becoming a big fan now of Wonder Woman and collecting.
All right. Poor Al Padrino keeps getting pulled in.
Yeah.
Let's get him in there. Where's that Tyler? Hi, Tyler. Where's Al Padrino? I'm sorry, Tyler.
I don't know.
Where's Al Padrino?
Let's see
Maybe
El Padrino. It's
Well-
what? Oh, he lives in South America, so he's popping in and out. He's in the green room, but he turned his mic and camera off. I think he's trying to adjust.
Okay. All right. We got
So-
Tyler.
I stole a spot. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. So you, all
Get
right.
in there.
But hi guys.
Hi,
David, hi
Tyler.
Meredith. Hi Jimmy. Hi guys. I'm a huge fan. I watch the stream every Monday night. And David, if you're ever wondering if people are doing your tutorials, I'm that guy doing your tutorials. So I just kind of like, I know it's not an art review. I just kind of want to show you that, you know, the tutorials you're doing, some of us really are taking seriously. And this is kind of the figures I've been doing since your like dynamic figure tutorial that you put out the other day. And I don't really have a question. I just want to say, thanks for doing those videos. And you can't even begin to understand how helpful they are to like guys like me aspiring to be in the industry and trying to draw some cool superheroes just like you. So just want to say
Tyler,
thank you.
your stuff looks amazing.
It really-
like
yeah,
your
those
figure
figures
drawings
really
look
great.
amazing.
And the fact that there's so many of them, it's exactly how I learned, is just filling multiple pages with just clouds of figures like that. That's the way to do it, and they look great. They look like
Thank you.
They've
I
got a
appreciate
lot. You can see the fluidity in them. So, yeah, it's great to hear. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. But I was just this is something I'm inking up tonight. It's kind of what I'm working on now.
Well, it looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, it really does. That's great.
Well
Yeah.
done.
I guess what, now that my one question maybe would be, what exactly how do you get out of the intermediate phase? Because I don't really know what I should do other than what I'm doing to really boost up my skills.
I personally think that to get out of the intermediate phase, you really need to be working. There are so many things that when you get a script and you have a deadline and it becomes a job, you end up the amount of times you'll find just roadblocks that you can't figure your way out of, and you just have to find a way one way or another. That really makes you grow faster than anything else. And just doing it every day. Like I do find for me, I remember, and this was me getting work. I went to California. I had gotten picked up by Top Cow as an intern. It was a trial basis, but I got picked up and I saw Jim Lee draw for the first time, and I'd never seen anything like it. Because I was used to how I would draw, and it'd be very, very slow and deliberate and a lot of erasing, and he would just sweep across the page. I've never saw anything like it. And I noticed when I watch my videos now, I'm not Jim Lee, and he's got a beauty to his line that I don't have, but I definitely have much more of it. It's so much more confident the way that I draw, and that's just years of drawing. So I do think that there's a certain amount of it that really is time. I do think so. Personally, I think the best thing that you can do is all of the sketching I think you're doing is great. It's foundational things. Those are by far and away the most important things. The stronger your foundation, the better everything else will be. And it does take time. It's the hardest question to answer. Actually, it's a great question, and it's so hard to answer. I know Jay Fabok, when I was working with him, he was in a similar position where he was good enough to get work, but it wasn't there yet. It wasn't all there put together. And it really took him. I remember the first couple of jobs he got, he was just completely overwhelmed, and he would come over and I would help, it was great that I was able to do that because I started at Top Cow. So, I had the whole studio to help. I would just bring my page to Mark and say, I don't know what I'm doing. And so just working through pages. And I think for Jay, it took, a year and a half, maybe 2 years to really get his feet out under him, get his own style and really and so the Jay that you see now, that took time. But that took time through getting work. And I would say that Batman that you did, I think looks great, especially the fact that all of those gesture drawings are phenomenal. And that's so the way to do it. And if you can do all those, and I also saw your backgrounds are in there and they look correct. So I'm not seeing storytelling because you don't have that there. Yeah. But I would definitely make sure that you're concentrating on that. And I would look for maybe not even paid work. Ideally you want to get paid work. If you can get paid, it's better, but you need the experience. It will push you past that initial stage.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate your time and your answer for that.
Yeah,
thanks. Pleasure, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler. Have a great
Tyler.
day. See you Monday.
Yes. See you Monday.
All right. We're going to bring in El Padrino again here. Oops. Sorry. That was. he looked like El Padrino to me.
Hello. El Padrino.
It's one, but he's El Padrino.
Yes, he's only El.
Good night, Mr. Finch and Mrs. Finch.
Hello, how are you?
I actually, me and Dave, I joined the portfolio review with Robert Marzullo that one time, but my microphone was really bad, so hopefully you can hear me better this time.
Oh, actually, yeah, you said.
Yeah. And actually, fun fact, I was the first one to say Finch block.
Yeah, you were.
I was the one who created it. And David hated it at first. I remember that.
Yeah, he was like, nobody's going to call it the Finch block.
I'm the kind of person, though, that
and
I don't
join like the strings, like after the first time I said it. And I would say, I would write Finch block. And they would say, that is not a thing, that will never happen. But
it happened.
You proved him wrong.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I guess my question would be, when are we getting the merch? When are we getting the t-shirts?
Okay, well, we had a couple of stumbling blocks. Number one was getting membership set up and getting the logo finalized. Now, I had a logo that was great and, with a lot of input from the Art Jedi. And I just got a new logo that is very similar. I wanted to do something just a little bit more comic focused. I don't know if I could say, Jimmy helped me with it, and I love it. I think it's perfect. I know exactly what I want. Jimmy also did another one that Meredith likes more.
So we're going to go with that one.
So now it's an internal more. I'm going to win. Fine. But
think about like across the t-shirt or on a sketchbook. I am pushing Al Padrino, Juan. I am pushing hard for merchandise. So hard right now.
Well,
so hard.
We will actually have a very
actually. I'm a graphic designer. Maybe I can come up with some designs. I don't know. Maybe because I created it.
All right, throw your hat in the ring. Throw something. Our website, right?
Dave, oh no, I like the logo. I'm going with that logo. You're going with the logo. But yeah, in terms of like shirts and things like that. No, I like the logo. That's the logo. It's done.
Stick with the logo.
Yep. So through YouTube, you can actually do merch. And so I'm going to start looking into getting that set up. And I'm pumped about it.
Really? You can do it through YouTube? You can do it,
yeah. Yeah,
it's like print on demand?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Gotta love YouTube.
Well, and, for someone like me that is completely incapable,
Nobody's mailing from Canada. We can't afford that. We can't afford the postage.
And that's actually the biggest stumbling block. Any kind of merch that we did, I couldn't do merch at all from Canada. It's just impossible. The mail right now with COVID is taking forever, but COVID aside, the border and customs makes it very difficult. So
there you go.
Yeah, with YouTube, we'll be able to do merch. I've already got one that I want to do. Well, something and actually this was Meredith's idea, as much as it breaks my heart to admit it, but
sometimes I have a good one.
I have a sketchbook that I really like. It's got paper. It's like the closest that I could find to the Strathmore paper that I like, and it's just about that big. So I want to put the logo on that kind of paper. I don't know exactly. We need to look into how to figure that out. But one way or another, I do want to do like a sketchbook. That would be
a Finch Flock sketchbook.
How great would that be? I'd be pumped.
That would be really awesome. And I guess on behalf of the Finch Flock, as the main representative, I would just like to say thank you, David and Meredith, for the streams every Monday night. They are very helpful, and we have a great community with the Finch Flock.
We do. We really do. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We really appreciate it. I look for all those names that I recognize, and as I see them popping up in comments here, Jimmy, like it's family. It's not. I mean, it's Finch Flock, but it's family. Like I feel like we have the
Finch family.
Yes, the Finch family.
I knew somebody was going to say that.
And Juan is.
But he said it for me.
And Juan is the El Padrino of the Finch family.
That's right.
He's the godfather. All right, thanks, Juan. Really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, we got Atomic Art is coming up here. Hey, Atomic. Man.
Hi, Atomic.
Hi, Atomic.
Oh, I have faces for all the names.
Man, look at this. We haven't seen Tomic and his mustache in a while on this channel.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot thicker, man. It's almost like a Billy D. Williams thing going on.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Well, we don't really
like there's like a caterpillar happening right there.
Yeah.
I don't really see Tomic much on the live. I'm guessing. Well, hopefully you watch it afterwards, but I'm guessing that it kind of conflicts with school and other responsibilities.
Yeah. I try a lot to go on the streams. I try to come like at midnight, and then I'm too late, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to rewatch the whole thing over and over again, until I get it. And then I just look at the stuff you do, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm very grateful that you make these videos.
Well, thank you. And even if you can't make the live stream, you're
part of our community.
Yeah,
you're part of the flock.
Original member.
That's right. You're OG.
Yeah.
Is that? Am I allowed to say that? Does that work?
Yeah, that works. It's fine.
I'm so not cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I also took your Skillshare course on heads.
Oh, great. Thank you.
It was so much. It helped so much. I'm just right now trying to do everything, just papers and papers.
That's awesome. I love it.
If you look at the stuff he posts on Instagram, it's the thing that I really appreciate is that he is so dedicated to getting the fundamentals right. And it's so encouraging to see that. It's like you were talking about earlier, Dave, where a lot of people, I think, just kind of jump in and start trying to draw all the sexy stuff first. And he's really all about making sure that he's got all the underlying musculature and everything correct. And it's really encouraging to watch.
Yeah, and it's unusual because it is true that most artists, I tend to see
most aspiring artists.
Yeah, I'll see a very similar pinup, to be this character in that pose, and then this character in that pose with it, So someone that's really just working on the basic fundamentals and no fluff, and and I mean, Tomic, you're still drawing some finished pictures here and there too, but you were definitely focusing on the fundamentals, which is
the only fluff, Tomic, is in your mustache. That's it.
No, you let them talk to you that way.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Tomic. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Was that your question or?
I wanted to know, David, are you gonna make a foreshortening video? Because that's what I'm having trouble on a little.
I was talking to Eric Grove today, and I wasn't sure what to do for the next tutorial video. You're gonna write that down. Thank you.
I am.
All right. So yeah, I've been kind of
with a pen that
I'm not sure what's next. So I've got a couple that I'm thinking about. One is the top 10 things that I wish I would have known when I started that I know now. That's a bit of a clickbait video, to be totally honest. Like, I do think it would be a good video, but it feels a little kind of, I don't know. So I'm not sure that I'm going to do that one. The other one is composition, which is a really important one. Truth is, nobody asked me for that. And I have found when you guys don't ask for videos, they definitely underperform. I've learned that lesson. And I'm okay with that because I think composition is important. But for shortening is something that I know you've asked for, and I've actually gotten a few people asked for. So I will do that next. That'll be my next video. I'll make sure it's free. Yeah. And I did a video.
Got a few on the stream that people have suggested on the stream too.
Well, this is the first one that I'm thinking of while I'm thinking of it, so we're doing it next. Okay. And I did a foreshortening video that it was fine. It's just one arm. It was early on, I was kind of learning how to do tutorials again. So I'll do something that's a little more in depth and covers a little more ground. So yeah.
Thank you. This was a wonderful experience.
Thanks, Tomic.
Thank you, Tomic.
And hopefully see you on the stream again when school's done.
Yeah, maybe summer.
When school's done.
Thank you so much for stopping by with your question and honoring us with that mustache. I really, really appreciate it, Tomic.
Some on your lip.
Yeah. Man, you got to come around more often. Next time we see you, it's going to be a full beard. I mean,
that's a lot more mustache. Bro. I can't do that.
All right. Thanks, Tomic. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Art Jedi was here in line after Tomic Art. So let's grab the Art Jedi.
The Jedi.
Oh, my microphone.
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
hey, guys.
Fine.
I just wanted to stop in and say thank you because, I don't know, you changed my life, really. And my drawings have improved significantly since the start of the channel. And I even had the opportunity to be on howtodrawcomics.net to do a critique, 1 hour critique, and Eric Kaneda was on there, and it was awesome. And I just want to say thank you because I wouldn't be at the place where I am now without you or your YouTube channel. So.
Oh man, well, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
That's really great to hear.
Thank you so much. And so, Jimmy, this is awesome because we really get to have these spaces now to put to the names on the stream. This is lovely. It's like
you guys are out here changing lives.
No.
Look at you.
I know. Now, look at because of you, I am now following a cat on Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
So, Jedi, did you have a question for Dave or Meredith?
I guess the question would be what do you do when you're drawing and you hit these roadblocks after roadblock and you don't know how to handle a problem and it can be very, I guess, demotivating? How do you overcome that and kind of overcome obstacles like that in a drawing?
There's so many different ways that can happen. I find compositionally that can happen to me. It's especially tough when I'm working with ink, and I'll end up having to white out. I just did a cover actually where I had a cast shadow over the top of it. It was taking up quite a bit of room, and it was too far shifted down to the right, and it was just off. And if it was pencil, I could have easily erased that out. It was not pencil, so it took me a good hour of whiteout to make it. But and that took me. It was a time in fixing it, but it also took me the whole day. I just knew it wasn't working. I knew it wasn't working, and I just kept drawing and kept drawing and kept. I would just keep looking at it and just kind of reference back to it, but not let it stop me. And then I finally realized, okay, this is what needs to happen. And that I find that happens actually for a lot of things. A knee isn't working or something like that. And eventually I will just move on and just keep working on the page. And it gives me time to kind of think about it in my head, and I can go back to it a little bit more fresh. And I find usually that will help fix it. Another thing that I'll do, actually, I've got a cover that I'm working on today. And it's got a character lit from above and just slightly behind. He's in a doorway.
You sure you're working on something today? Standing paper.
Uh-oh.
I think this is all smoke and mirrors. No, it's not.
Then I'll be working on tomorrow. Anyway, I did the layout for it. So I did do that a couple weeks ago.
You spent,
And when I did the layout, I fought with it like crazy because he's got clothes on, he's got like a button-up shirt and the whole thing, and I wanted it lit from behind. I had this specific thing, you're kind of looking up at him. I could not get the folds to work with the lighting that I wanted. I mean, it would have been all right. It just wouldn't have been great. And so I finally just realized I needed a photo reference, and that happens too. It's rare for me to really use photo reference, but I do. I'll come upstairs and say, Meredith, can you hold this in whatever way, and I'll do it because whatever I need to do. There are times it won't work.
I can remember most specifically, there was an action Comics, the 900 cover. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like Superman's
Superman
ripping
is
off
ripping
his
his-
shirt. So I'm like, he's like, put your shirt. So I'm like standing there like this. He's got a picture of me like, I mean, he gave me a shirt to put over top of my shirt to pull off and like pull up.
Yeah.
And then there's the
And I wouldn't have done it, but it was a painted
stand-
cover, and it was Action Comics 900.
Can you stand awkwardly in this pose while I take 500 shots of it?
Yeah, well, and this is a problem too. What looks good in a comic, or at least what I think looks good, does not always translate. Especially when you're standing in balance, so many poses are they have movements, so they're off balance. Trying to mimic them is tough. Anyway, yeah. I find, and now I'm talking about page specific problems in ways that I would fix it. And really, by far and away, the way that I fix things mostly is I'll fight with it, and I'll fight with it, and I'll fight with it, and then I just stop, I move on, and I go back to it when I'm. You'll find, and I'm sure you've seen this, that you'll draw something and you'll be pretty happy with it. And you walk away, you have lunch, you come back, you look at it and go, "Oh no!" Like you can see something. Well, the same holds true for things that you don't like, and you can find a way to fix it that way. In terms of block in your progress, that's a tougher one. It really is. I think that the best way to overcome it is to find a different path. And so what I end up doing, if I am not liking how, let's say, my fingers are looking, just in general, I don't like how I'm drawing them, and it's just as an example, what I'll do is I'll look at all of, and I've got a huge list of artists that I love. I love how Greg Capullo draws his fingertips. They look great. I love how great Dale Keown does it. And what I'll do is I'll just copy those a little bit and try it. And that will fix it for me. And that will become part of my style, part of my influence. And everything that I do, every little artistic tick that I have, I stole from some other artist. I think that there's, I want to think there are at least a couple of things that I did myself, but not many. Really, it's all taken from other artists. And that's the way to do it. I think when you're really struggling with something that's not working, look for a different way. If the art that you're looking at is reference or whatever it is you're looking at, if you're looking at an anatomy book, try something different. Try, photo reference. And just keep moving by going about it that way.
Good advice.
Yeah, Pinterest is your friend.
Yeah.
Really helpful. I'd love to shoot you an email with the before and the after of what your channel did to my art. So that'd
be awesome. I think you can do it through the website, right?
Yes,
or
Gmail.
It's.
I mean, I have your email.
Yeah, you've got my email.
You got the just send it. I was gonna say I'm not giving anything
I've been
away.
doing like Bridgman studies and just doing whole big sketchbooks with all that kind of stuff and. So.
Well, awesome.
Really
Well, we're gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to the next few people in the back. We gotta end the stream here in just a little bit because I'm supposed to pick up Anna today. So.
All right, bye guys. Thank you.
Otherwise, it would be forever. We'd go on. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, Art Jedi. All right, so
I feel like the stream just started. We have comic book.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what's up, buddy?
When are you gonna start doing those reviews that you were doing with Rob Marzullo, man?
I keep saying I need to get it set up. I need to get it set up. I've just been I've been so busy.
No video games until Dave emails Robert.
And this is the problem.
Resident Evil. Yeah, you got to get on that, man, because Resident Evil 8's coming out.
I know, and
there's another rabbit hole.
I lost a chunk of time with the last one, so yeah.
And this is why Meredith will never invite you to dinner, Bob. You keep encouraging.
Come
Dave
on, man. Just play for an hour.
It's never just an hour.
Great. I've been holding up for the PlayStation 5 because I'm not paying twice as much for this thing when eventually it'll just be on a shelf. I was seeing something. I watched a video or whatever this morning. They're thinking it might not be available until the fall, and then
We can wait.
The Christmas rush will hit, and I'm like, okay, well,
We can
I don't know.
We'll
There's
get
a
it
limit.
for the fall. Isaac's got a birthday in the fall. We'll
There
get
you
it for the fall. We'll be fine. We can wait.
But yeah, no, I am actually just about ready. My covers. I'm working.
Not today.
Not today.
You might be working, but it wasn't today.
Yeah, on the last cover.
An artist is always working up here.
See, there you go. That's true.
It only applies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Death Battle. That only applies to writers.
No, but we were told. Dave said
we write
it's
with art. We write with pictures.
Dave says that the page he's working on is just right there off camera view, the bottom right corner.
No, I can tell you definitively, it's not here.
No,
Not here.
It's not. It's
I know.
true.
What the heck did you do today?
I fell asleep. I basically.
You set up the lights.
It's
a lot of work.
I was up finishing that cover last night.
Didn't work out today, did you?
No, I didn't. We went. Meredith woke me up. I had only slept for a couple hours. We walked the dogs. I don't complain. I came back. I fell asleep. So.
Well, walking the dogs is good exercise. I think
There's that, but yeah, no, I've been trying to be better about that.
With death metal, man.
Chewy, what's
Luke,
going on, homie? How you doing?
good, man. Luke's got his own YouTube channel, so if you guys are watching and you guys want to follow him, Luke's got a great channel, and he invites me over, and we get to hang out and do some art and talk about life working in a bookstore.
Yeah,
so it's
I work at my my local comic shop. I've been shopping
Never
since I
would
was
have
10.
guessed. Never would have guessed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is only part of it. There's like 15 long boxes in the studio back that way. It's an absolute mess right now.
You're one of those real heroes. You kept the local comic book store alive through the quarantine.
Like this more than half of my collection has come from that comic shop. Like Vanessa's known me since I was like 10. So
and this is your house, by the way. This isn't the comic store.
This is the living room library.
Yeah.
No. This is my house.
Okay, yeah.
I thought he was in the store.
Nope. This is.
Well, he kind of is. Yes and no.
That's awesome.
Only a small portion of the store.
That's awesome.
Dave, don't feel bad. I spent the day laying on the couch sleeping and reading comics all day. But I did get my wisdom teeth taken out yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, that's a better excuse than I have. That's for sure.
Well, sometimes you're tired. If you stay up late working on something, you gotta recuperate. I mean, Frazetta would stay awake for like 46 hours finishing a painting and then be dead to the world for like half a week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do one of his masterpieces over a weekend, and yeah. Well, to be honest, I think he would do one of those masterpieces over the weekend. Then he'd run out and play baseball with his buddies. You know, he was inhuman.
Did you guys see the new Frazetta collection? It's printed by the guy that runs the Frazetta. What is that now? The State. It's a new book. It's on Amazon. It collects all of Frazetta's paintings in a really thick book, and it's only $35 US. I mean, not that I'm paid to sell this or anything, but we're all Frazetta fans, and this is like,
coming up.
Now I'm pretty sure I've got a few Frazetta books, but.
Yeah.
Every time you buy a new one, there's always one painting in there that slips through the cracks. That's worth $35.
You gotta buy all of them so you can have the whole set.
I met an art collector once, an art collector that I knew for a little while, and he came to the hotel, and he was picking up some artwork, and he wanted to show me a picture that he had, and so it was, kind of in like a little slim box, and he pulled the sheet back. And it was Fire and Ice, the Frazetta.
Oh my god! That they used for the poster for the movie.
Yeah, and there are people just walking past in the hotel. No idea, and he's like, I almost fell over. I could not believe it. Yeah, that's a way to see a huge Frazetta original. Just like right there. Like way big.
Wow, man,
Robert Rodriguez for a while was touring with some of the paintings. He would like do a little pop-up museum where you could go and see, actual Frazetta pieces. If you couldn't get to the museum that's, what is it, in Virginia, North Carolina? I can't remember.
Pennsylvania, I think I heard.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
One of those northern states.
So while we're talking about Frazetta, look what the writers are doing.
I'm fighting with my cat right now. She's making a ton of noise, so I apologize.
If I looked at my phone.
Right, Meredith. She's checking the Instagram followers on
how's
Patches.
Patches' Instagram feed doing right now? Can you post something new?
She's probably at 100 by now.
Oh, let's check.
I mean, I have 3 cats of my own. So.
Oh, see, there you go. I gotta find it now. I gotta get back there.
I mean,
my cat kind of looks like Patches a little.
Oh, see, she does. Cute kitty. She's got 80 followers now, Patches. Dave, your cat needs an Instagram too. I'll follow your cat.
I'll set that up.
Cats. It's all about
Cool. Oh, so Luke, do you have any questions or anything?
I just want to say how awesome it is to see all these people come on here and say, Dave, your tutorials changed my life. Because I don't know if you remember, Dave, but I interviewed you at MegaCon 2007. I was doing a show called Last Wednesday. It's up on my channel if you want to check it out. But and you were still working on Moon Knight back then, at least I think. I brought you a Moon Knight comic to sign, and I don't know. It's so cool to see how you went from just you just come from Top Cow, you're doing stuff for Marvel, and then just like superstar. Like I saw you one year, and then I came back next year, and I was like, so how's it feel to be a rock star? And you're like, ah. But seriously, man, it's so fucking cool. Oh, sorry, Jimmy. It is so amazingly cool to see just see where your career has gone, man. The stuff you've done and all the people that you've inspired.
See, that's what I get, because I was watching the Dave and Meredith Finch process with and Richard Friend goes 30 minutes. He didn't say anything, and then he throws an F-bomb 30 minutes into the show, and I laughed so hard because Meredith and Dave were so cool. So cool. They didn't blink an eye at all. And, that's not the kind of show that they have, really. And then he throws a second one in there. It made me laugh so hard, man. And then here comes Luke into my stream over here.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh, it's not so funny when it happens to you.
I think the occasional F-bomb is fine.
Oh, really? Because
No,
that's not what you said to me last night when I dropped it.
Well, hold on now. In his defense, were you throwing it at him because context?
No, not at him, but he thought I was.
I really want to. Okay, I want to keep it, clean and everything. But I know from YouTube's rules, their swearing is if it's like pervasive and all throughout the thing. That's their kind of rule. So you can get away with a bit. I avoid it.
He avoids it in his own personal life too.
It's not the end of the world.
He's like, you should have heard the shade I got last night. Because I dropped one.
She swears a lot.
If someone's going to swear in the house, it's going to be me.
There is a study that has proven that people who curse have, I can't remember, it's not more intelligence, but there's an intelligence correlation to cursing. Yeah,
and it's a positive?
Actually, I was going to say, I would have thought it would have been gone the other way.
No, not at all.
A lack of. But.
It's, they're sentence enhancers.
Exactly. It's like, flavor.
They're like an explanation, an extra exclamation mark.
So, what death metal band would you recommend that's new right now? Are you listening to anything?
I always recommend Flesh God Apocalypse. They're always fun.
Are they on Spotify?
Yes, they should be. It's an Italian death metal band that.
Don't you write down? I'll write down so I can throw it out.
Well, Dave's a big fan of Pantera, and I think you generally stick with that kind of style, Dave, or.
Yeah, well, Pantera. I like a lot of the stuff, obviously, from when I was younger. Pantera was. I was out of high school by then, or at least kind of coming out of it. So
Pantera is still good.
Oh yeah, it's great stuff. My favorite is Megadeth. That was big.
Yes,
I
love me some Megadeth.
Great stuff. I went and saw a concert. It's probably 4 years ago now, maybe. Let's say 4. With
let's pretend I care.
we were 3 rows back from the front, and Dave Mustaine. Yeah, the kind of thing you can't afford when you're a kid.
I actually hear more about Meshuggah, who was for that.
Dave, you listen to Meshuggah?
No, they walked out. They waited for Meshuggah to finish before they went back in.
Okay, well, look.
To be fair, their songs are ridiculously long.
They were very long. They were amped too loud for the room, and I don't know what happened with the it was so loud that we just couldn't do it, and so we came out, and you could actually hear them from the hallway. It's not as good there, but it was too much. We went in for Megadeth, and I think their sound technician maybe had it tuned up a little better, but
yeah.
Okay.
I mean that'll kill a live performance, even if they're playing perfectly. Like if it's not set properly,
and I find I'm sensitive. Like I've got a line of how heavy I like it. Like I'm still a big fan of Death. I don't know if you remember Death. This is an old. Love that band, and that is
the progenitors of death metal. Oh yes.
Yeah, pretty much right. Yeah.
Yeah. Leprosy is a fucking great album.
Yeah. Pull the plug, and Anyway, that's actually heavier than most of the stuff I would ever listen to, but I still love that stuff. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, good old like late '80s, early '90s, just death metal. The progenitors. Cannibal Corpse is always a favorite. But, a lot of this more technical stuff gets really, really in there. You ever listen to Chimp Spanner?
No, and I've never heard of it. I'm writing that one down.
Check out Chimp Spanner.
In the chat, Jimmy?
Meredith, how do we know these are real names that they're actually throwing at us?
That is
fake.
a great name,
This is
Chimp
fake.
Spanner.
Yeah. It's just this. Your stream has devolved into fake news, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's no vocals, but just straight metal. I think you'll dig it. Yeah,
cool,
absolutely.
Well, all right, we got to move on to the next person. Luke, I love hanging out with you, brother.
Man. And I apologize for my mouth.
No,
Dave, Meredith, it was good seeing you guys.
You offended Dave, not me. Thanks,
okay. Dave, I'm sorry.
It wouldn't be a stream with Luke if there weren't F-bombs, so I would think something's wrong with you.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
All right, take it easy, man. Thank you.
Hi, Luke.
We got Joe Tolliver's popping up here. Let's see if he's still on. All right,
on the Monday night.
Hey.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm not in Washington right now. I'm in a country that I can't really specify, but trying to get some network out here. So it's good to be able to get on and say hi to you guys.
Really? Because that's crazy. My first guess was I thought you were in a Snuggie, bundled up on the couch with some ice cream.
I don't have a Spider-Man blanket, but it's
I cannot believe she did that to me. There are things like a guy's got to have
a Spider-Man blanket.
Wow.
Apparently,
Yeah.
guy's got to have a Spider-Man blanket.
Okay.
Well, let me put it this way: I am not in countries that I can't disclose wearing a cool green blanket.
I thought he was in a padded room for a second.
Wearing a Spider-Man blanket. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. So are we gonna? I mean, we're blowing you up there on the camera here. Are you gonna get fired, or are we gonna? Hopefully, not gonna put you in danger.
Where I am, it's fine. But yeah, so I'm not in Washington right now. Not running Comics Cast. Gerald Motos is doing that with Rick Ballou. They're knocking it out of the park right now. But just wanted to get on and some of the things that came up I thought was kind of cool. Is, Meredith was talking about how she has to pose for different things, and I think not enough artists give shout outs to their spouses and significant others that do hundreds of thousands of poses on random angles with their cameras.
Just like holding a spoon. Just holding a spoon.
Yeah, well, Meredith has been Wonder Woman, quite a few times. So
that's what happened. She's like, if you make me hold the spoon, I'm telling everybody about the Spider-Man blanket.
I think everyone's on Instagram, like really fast. It was cool. It was very cool. No, I just wanted to get on and say hi. It was just cool to be able to watch and jump on. Jimmy put it on his Facebook, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! They're doing a freaking another opportunity to jump on, and I'm not going to be able to do it." But it's all good. It's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so question. I have a question. No question. My question is no question. Thank you guys for everything, and you guys are awesome.
Thanks so much, Joe, and
Thanks.
be
Good to
safe.
see you.
And thank your spouse for all the holding and modeling that she does.
Oh yeah, she thanks herself enough, but I'll thank her for it.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. I really appreciate you stopping in. Oh, he was already like, I would have been really scared had we heard like bomb fires and gunfires and stuff going on. Joe's military, by the way, if you guys don't know that. So that's why.
I surmised.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm going to have to end the stream here. It's time to run off. I apologize to everybody who's in the green room. I know there's a lot of faces in the green room right now are looking at me like, unsubscribe. But I've gone past the time that I can go. Yeah.
Don't unsubscribe. Jimmy's going to get his kid.
We are almost at 10. Oh, that's my wife. But it's funny because my wife's half my age, and you said, you got to go get his kid. Yeah, these guys always make fun of me because.
That was accurate then.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've got to run, go get Anna, the wife. But I want to thank everybody. Thank you guys especially for being here. You guys, yeah, it's so great. You guys took time off and hung out here, and I had a blast, man. You guys are really, really great people.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you so
Yeah.
much for having us, and
Yes,
thank you for
thank you.
we should do that sometime. That was great, like having the opportunity to actually meet people in the stream that show
that
up
was-
every Monday night. So that was fantastic.
We never do that kind of a format. That was
Yeah.
It was really great. And you know,
Next, with 200,000, we'll do a whole stream like that.
Yeah, I mean, people.
Subscribers, though.
come on, we just hit 100,000. That was hard.
I know I
Cut
got
me
to
some
set the
slack
bar
here.
high. You know, Meredith, she sets the bar and then she sets it higher.
You'll
But
be
yeah,
there in no time.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get to 10K. You know, we're almost there though. We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're like almost 10 and a half. I'm 9.5 right now. So help us, guys. Help us get
We're
there.
subscribed on all the
Yeah.
channels we can subscribe
Yeah.
on at our house.
Well, next live stream, I need to shout out your channel and see if we can, at least help that way. And also, you don't mention it enough, but you have your inking set, which is phenomenal. It's on Gumroad.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is the set that Dave talked about. Not that we were setting this up or paid or anything, but yeah.
That was awesome. Nick.
That was
Woo, woo.
It was like the whole day. I'm like, just mention it once. Just somebody mention it. I already have the graphic.
Bam.
It's on the ready. There it is, everybody.
So I'm just ordering right now, and I tried to order an iPad a couple of days ago.
No, you didn't. Oh, please stop.
You
We're buying
can't-
a house right now. We can't
Oh,
buy
no,
more
I'm getting
purchases.
one. You can't get one on Amazon. You have to.
You don't buy iPads on Amazon.
All right. Anyway, I found that out.
You buy them directly from the Apple
and as soon as
store.
I do, because I have your brushes, and I managed to play with them a little bit, but I don't have my own iPad, so I'm looking forward to doing some stuff on the iPad. I'm going to be trying them out again. So
It's gonna be awesome. I love the digital stuff that you did before on the Justice League you had done and some Batman stuff.
Well, thank you. I think I could do better. Just seeing what you're doing with it, what Jazz Singh is doing. There's room to grow. So you keep poking me. What am I shaking my legs too much?
No, I'm just saying, good job, baby. Yeah, you keep growing.
Done now? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm not poking.
She has been poking me for 10 minutes.
I have not been poking them. I'm poking now, though.
and so everyone, you got so many fans out there, so many people that really do enjoy and they love interacting with you guys, watching you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out here. I mean, it gave them everybody a great opportunity, to see what it's like, when we hang out and talk, or we virtually hang out, and talk.
That's all you can do now.
Yeah, thanks for having us again.
Thanks so much, Jimmy.
For both of us, really.
Oh, thank you.
I came on to your show, and it was coming on here talking to you that convinced me to start YouTube. So
Wow.
Give it all to Jimmy.
yeah, we really do.
So then you need to subscribe to him because you owe him. I'm just speaking to the general populace.
Oh, they're already subscribed. They're here.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're watching this because I retweeted it on my Facebook page.
Okay, fair enough.
No, let's be honest. They're all here for Patches. They were like, what's that Instagram?
Where's Patches? Where's Patches _& Yeah, that's good.
That's
right?
why I showed up.
Freaking enormous.
There you go.
Enormous Instagram.
And we actually got to talk to Dave a little bit this time because we've done this before, and I think we barely got to say 2 words.
Well, I'm sure I talked to David.
Yeah, well,
on the show because we had stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Later stick together.
And that's
I know
right.
how that goes.
Birds of a feather flock together.
All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for hanging out here. I appreciate you guys all watching. And if
trying to get out, David,
All right,
you're
I'm
still
sorry, I'll
talking.
stop.
Shut up.
no, it's absolutely fine. But Dave Philpott, do you have any questions, or Johnny, do you have anything to add before we end the stream?
No, okay.
Not at this time.
Not at this time. I do not recall. All right. We'll see you guys.
Thanks,
Everybody,
Jimmy.
All right.
thanks a lot. And don't forget to join them Monday on David Finch's channel. All right. So you guys take it easy. We'll see you in the next stream.
Thanks. Bye.